Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Bret Hart series featuring Hitman matches from Canada Fire Pro Wrestling. Click the link in the description for full episodes. Watch now as the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be excellently executes. KO, Kevin Owens, wearing a big, thick neck brace. You see the red body part in the middle of the profile. After suffering a pile driver critical from previous event in the Family Revenge grudge match against the Hitman, Bret Hart. Storms into my office. KO says, I want Bret Hart again. Immediately. Landmine death match. I'm sorry, what now? Landmine death match. If you've never seen it, stay tuned. Good heavens. I reply, Kevin, you look like you got run over, so probably best to take December off. KO. You know I didn't get the revenge I deserve in November. You make the match. You know it's the right thing to do. I quickly realize there's no talking him out of it and conclude that would be one way to make the year-end bash quite the spectacle. Ring in the new year in style. So, all right then. Grudges and scores to be settled in the most brutal and barbaric environment wrestling has to offer. Landmine death matches in Christmas Bloodbath. Am I catching this? Get some Christmas imagery going there. Okay, so yeah, Merry Christmas. It's gonna be a bit of a gore fest. So, I contact the Hitman. Tell him we're going hardcore for Christmas, and would he agree to face Kevin Owens? And Bret Hart, determined to do whatever it takes to establish his #1 contendership for Canada's heavyweight championship, agrees. So the word is out about the extremely dangerous nature of this month's event, and that participation is purely voluntary, for I cannot demand my wrestlers jeopardize their health. I later reconvene with Kevin in my office to sign waivers declaring he is knowingly going against my recommendation he take time off to get healthy, and that he is literally risking his neck of his own accord, and the Canada Wrestling Promotion is free from any legal blowback should KO get seriously injured in the upcoming match. When break the wall down for those about to rock, who enters my office but none other than Lionheart Chris Jericho. Says, Kev, listen to me. As your best friend, remember that angle from WWE. As your best friend, don't do this. Don't risk your health or even your life in this kind of match with your neck all screwed up. To which KO replies, damn it, Chris. I still owe Bret for what he did to my cousin. I'll have his ass for it. Jericho, I have a better idea. Let me face the Hitman in your place. Meanwhile, you rest up, and after I beat Bret Hart within an inch of his life, and he's a broken and demoralized shell of a man, in the new year, you and I team up to challenge for his DFW tag title. You can see it there, he's got his belt. And we ruin what little remains of his reputation. Let me do this for you, please, as your best friend. KO reluctantly says, fine, we'll do it your way. But you owe me, Chris. And so, newly signed, Lionheart Chris Jericho will replace Kevin Owens to face Bret the Hitman Hart in the opening Landmine Death Match. Alright, safe to say we've preambled the bejesus out of this. Let's get the fighting on. You'll notice there'll be no ring entrances because the place is already blocked off, so not a lot of theatrics to start. Just get right in the ring and start fighting. Snap suplex by Lionheart. Knee to the bread basket amidst this barbed wire confines. Bret goes over the top, some agility on display. Well, there you go. I was going to say, at some point we're going to hear that explosion from landmines. And there you have it. I'm just glad I wasn't talking over it when it happened. As soon as I saw guys get close to the edge, I realized it could happen now anytime. And Bret Hart is already bloodied. Eats an arm drag takedown. Running bulldog type move there. Backdrop, Bret Hart lands on top of one of those light, those you call those things. Well, they're lamps. They're lamp lights. Whatever the hell they are. Lights. Boom again. Wow. Well, Jericho is making good on his pledge to his best friend, Kevin Owens, by saying he's going to handle this business with Bret Hart. But then Lionheart gets thrown into the barbed wire there. If you notice, the turnbuckles are blocked off by barbed wire. It's just a matter of time before... You can't run into that barbed wire too many times before your blood starts coming out. But we've already got... Oh my god! Oh my goodness. The Lionheart has come to the Canada wrestling promotion, a motivated man. 3 times now he's into the bar. 3 times Bret Hart has been exploded by the landmines. Oh, again into the turnbuckle barbed wire barrier. Power bomb as well, leaving blood behind. series of forearm shots knocking the Hitman back toward the Lit Cola main sponsor logo. Leg drop though, however, as Hart seeks to mount some offense here. Eye rake, hopefully to cause some disarray in the Lionheart's game plan, which has been pretty rock solid so far. Or how should we say, barbed wire sharp. Powerbomb again. What is he setting up for? Running clothesline, almost like a heart attack. Clothesline. Wow. My apologies for talking over the Lionheart audio. Maybe you heard it better than me. Jawbreaker. Swinging neckbreaker. 7 minutes now of crazy action. Sidewalk slam onto the light fixture. Is it even a fixture? I don't even know what they're called. It's a light. Sleeper hold, center of the ring. It's a bit early for a submission, and I think this match has largely been Lionheart so far anyway. So there's a sharpshooter, however. So both these men use a variation on the Boston Crab as a submission finisher. Oh, there's a bat. You've got a weapon in use. Oh, 2 cramped quarters and the Hitman was disarmed. DDT. There's our first look of weapon use. Very much allowed in this hardcore setting. Landmine death matches. Oh, powerbomb onto the baseball bat. The debris is in there to be... Oh, swinging neckbreaker onto the baseball bat. Additional damage to be inflicted. There we go, there's the bat again. Well, Jericho was still too fresh, perhaps. Seeing that baseball bat in use quickly enough to stymie it. Perhaps Hart used to wear the Lionheart down a little bit before we can realistically expect to get use of a weapon in. Repeated power bombs, leaving a splash of blood on the ring where Hart's head was striking it. Blood seeping everywhere. Chris Jericho, the Lionheart, has made a splash and a half here. A massive debut. Triple powerbomb to finish. Just making good on his pledge to his best friend Kevin Owens to take revenge on KO's behalf. Perhaps the Hitman just having kind of planned for Kevin Owens and then to have the opponent switch. Maybe it threw him off. Maybe he wasn't quite... I mean, there's not the same... I guess intensity here because these guys have not fought until now. So for whatever the reason, Chris Jericho makes relatively short work of the Hitman, winning impressively in just 10 minutes and change. And we saw pretty much what you'd expect from this type of match. Several explosions of landmines going off. Guys getting Irish whipped into the barbed wire turnbuckles. Even saw some attempted weapon use, although the Hitman was never able to quite unload with that baseball bat, which he attempted more than once. So, we're off and running on the Christmas bloodbath. Fittingly on Christmas, Chris Jericho winning the opener.